The story of a cat, a mouse, a lizard, and an owl. Chapter 1. This is the story of four creatures, none of whom loved each other, but they lived in the same banyan tree in the Indian forest. Banyan trees are very beautiful and very useful, and get their name from the fact that banyas is an Indian name for merchants who often used to gather under the shade of banyan tree to sell their goods. Banyan trees grow to a very great height, spreading their branches out so widely that many people can stand beneath them. From those branches, roots spring forth, which, when they reach the ground, pierce it and look like columns holding up a roof. If you have never seen a banyan tree, you can easily find a picture of it on internet. And when you have done so, you will understand that a great many creatures can live in one without seeing each other. In an especially fine banyan tree, outside the walls of a town called Vidisha, a cat, a mouse, a lizard, and an owl had all taken up their abode. The cat lived in a big hole in the trunk some little distance from the ground, where she could sleep very cozily, curled up, out of sight, with her head resting on her forepaws, feeling perfectly safe from harm. For no other creature, she thought, could possibly discover her hiding place. The owl roosted in a moss of foliage at the top of the tree, near the nest in which his wife had brought up their children. Before those children flew away to seek mates for themselves, he too felt pretty secure as long as he remained up there. But he had seen the cat prowling about below him more than once, and was very sure that if she should happen to catch sight of him when he was off his guard seeking his prey and obliged to give all his attention to what he was doing, she might spring out upon him and kill him. Cats do not generally attack such big birds as owls, but they will sometimes kill a mother sitting in her nest as well as the little ones, if the father is too far off to protect them. The lizard loved to lie and bask in the sunlight, catching the flies on which he lived, lying so still that they did not notice him, and darting out his long tongue suddenly to suck them into his mouth. Yet he hid from the cat and the owl, because he knew that, tough though he was, they would gobble him up if they happened to be hungry. He made his home amongst the roots on the south side of the tree, where it was hottest. But the mouse had his hole on the other side amongst damp moss and dead leaves. The mouse was in constant fear of the cat and the owl. He knew that both of them could see in the dark, and he would have no chance of escape if they once caught sight of him.